In the cozy village of Whisperwood, autumn painted the world in golden hues. Leaves danced through the air like tiny messengers of change, and the sweet scent of cinnamon floated from cottage windows. But the most magical thing about Whisperwood was not its colorful trees or spiced treats. It was the enormous pumpkin patch behind old Farmer Luna's cottage. These weren't ordinary pumpkins. When the harvest moon shone its silvery light upon them, the biggest pumpkins in Farmer Luna's patch would gently lift from the ground, bobbing in the air like orange balloons. The children of Whisperwood waited all year for this special night, Pumpkin Float Night. Young Mia, with her curly red hair and bright green eyes, had been counting down the days. This would be her first year old enough to join the pumpkin float. Her best friends, Zach with his perpetual smile, and Lily, who collected interesting pebbles, were just as excited. "Tonight's the night," Mia whispered to her teddy bear as she pulled on her favorite sweater. "The pumpkins will float, and we'll have the most wonderful party in the sky." As the sun began to set, all the children gathered at Farmer Luna's pumpkin patch. Farmer Luna was a gentle woman with silver hair that shimmered like moonbeams and eyes that twinkled with ancient wisdom. "Welcome, little ones," she said warmly. "The harvest moon will soon appear. Remember, only the kindest hearts can make the pumpkins fly highest." The children nodded solemnly. Everyone in Whisperwood knew that the flying pumpkins responded to kindness and joy. Farmer Luna had taught them that magic flourished where happiness grew. As twilight faded into night, the full harvest moon peeked over the distant hills. Its golden light bathed the pumpkin patch in a magical glow. The children held their breath, watching in wonder as the biggest pumpkins began to shiver and shake. First one, then another, and suddenly a dozen enormous pumpkins gently uprooted themselves from the soil. They hovered just above the ground, waiting. Farmer Luna smiled and gestured toward them. "Choose your pumpkin boat, children, and don't forget to say thank you." Mia, Zach, and Lily approached the largest pumpkin together. It was round and perfect, glowing warmly in the moonlight. "Thank you for letting us ride you," Mia said politely, patting its smooth orange skin. The pumpkin seemed to glow a little brighter in response. Farmer Luna helped hollow out cushiony seats inside each pumpkin boat. She placed soft blankets inside and hung tiny lanterns around the edges. Soon, groups of excited children were settled in their pumpkin boats, giggling with anticipation. "Remember to hold hands with your friends," Farmer Luna instructed. "The pumpkins fly highest when hearts are connected." Mia reached for Zach's hand on her right and Lily's on her left. As their fingers intertwined, their pumpkin boat rose higher into the air. Mia's heart filled with joy as they floated above Farmer Luna's cottage, then over the treetops of Whisperwood. Below them, the village looked like a collection of toys with tiny lights. Above, stars winked like friendly eyes watching over them. The harvest moon seemed close enough to touch. Other pumpkin boats filled with laughing children floated nearby. Some bobbed higher, some drifted lower, but all moved together like a fleet of magical orange ships sailing through the night sky. "Look!" Lily pointed to the horizon where colorful lights danced among the clouds. "The sky spirits are having a party too." Indeed, swirls of rainbow light twirled and sparkled ahead of them. As the pumpkin fleet approached, the lights formed a path leading to a fluffy cloud that stretched out like a giant floating island. The pumpkin boats gently landed on the cloud island, which felt springy and soft beneath the children's feet as they climbed out. Tables made of moonbeams held delicious treats, star-shaped cookies that sparkled, cups of warm cloud chocolate that never spilled, and candies that changed flavor with every bite. Music played from nowhere and everywhere. It sounded like wind chimes mixed with gentle laughter. The sky spirits, looking like tiny people made of colored light, flitted around them, sprinkling sparkles that tickled when they landed on noses. "Welcome to our annual sky party," announced a sky spirit with a voice like a soft bell. "We've been waiting all year for Pumpkin Float Night." The children gasped in delight. Mia couldn't believe they were actually having a party on a cloud. She wiggled her toes in the fluffy whiteness. amazed that it supported her weight. Games began across the cloud island. There was cloud jumping, much bouncier than regular jumping, star catching, with nets made of moonbeams, and rainbow sliding, which left colorful trails behind each child. Laughter echoed across the night sky. Mia noticed a small sky spirit sitting alone at the edge of the cloud. Its light flickered dimly compared to the others. With a gentle nudge to Zach and Lily, she walked over. "Would you like to play with us?" Mia asked kindly. The little sky spirit looked up in surprise. "Really? But I'm not very good at games. My light isn't as bright as the others." "That doesn't matter," Lily said, offering her hand. "Everyone deserves to have fun at a party." Zach nodded enthusiastically. "Besides, we need one more person for our team." As the little sky spirit took Mia's hand, its light grew stronger. Soon it was glowing as brightly as any other spirit as they played together. Mia felt a warm happiness spreading through her chest, even warmer than the cloud chocolate. Hours passed in joyful play, but Farmer Luna had warned that pumpkin boats must return before the first light of dawn. As the edge of the sky began to lighten, the sky spirits gathered around the children. "Thank you for bringing your kindness to our party," said the eldest spirit, whose light shimmered with silver and gold. "Each year we wait for the children of Whisperwood to visit us." The spirit approached Mia, Zach, Lily, and their new friend. "And special thanks to you four for showing that including others makes everyone's light shine brighter." The spirit presented them with necklaces made from tiny crystal stars. "These will help you remember that kindness creates the strongest magic of all." As the children climbed back into their pumpkin boats, the little sky spirit that had been alone waved goodbye, its light now pulsing with vibrant colors. The fleet of pumpkins gently rose from the cloud and began floating back toward Whisperwood. During the journey home, Mia held her star necklace and thought about the night's adventure. She understood now why Farmer Luna said kindness makes pumpkins fly highest. Their boat was leading the fleet, soaring through dawn's first light. The pumpkins landed softly back in the patch just as the sun peeked over the horizon. Farmer Luna was waiting, her silver hair catching the morning light. "Welcome back, travelers," she greeted them with a warm smile. "I can see by your glowing faces that you found the true magic of Pumpkin Float Night." Mia nodded sleepily, still clutching her star necklace. "We learned that including others and being kind makes everyone's light shine brighter." Farmer Luna's eyes twinkled. "That's a lesson worth remembering every day, not just on magical nights." As the children headed home for much-needed rest, Mia knew she would never forget her first pumpkin float. The memory of flying through clouds and dancing with sky spirits would stay with her forever. But more importantly, so would the lesson. That kindness is the most powerful magic we can share. And as she drifted off to sleep, her star necklace glowed softly beside her bed, a reminder that adventures are wonderful, but friendship and inclusion make those adventures truly magical. The next autumn, when leaves again danced through the air and pumpkins grew round and ripe, Mia would be ready for another journey, and she already knew exactly who she wanted to invite to share her pumpkin boat. If you enjoyed flying with our friends on their pumpkin boat adventure, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more magical stories that will carry you to wonderful places. Sweet dreams, little adventurers.